Okay, guys, pretty good night of arm wrestling, what do you think?
Yeah, it was.
Yes,
Excellent.
I don't think I would have predicted the way those all would have went. I don't think I did predict them. I'll have to go back and look on the message board, see what I predicted. But yeah, it was a lot of exciting matches in there. Like I said, a few upsets, a few went the way people I think thought. But all in all, I mean,
We'll start right at the beginning, though. I didn't think Ryan Purdy was going to dominate Will 5-1 left-handed.
No, I didn't think he was going to
so
dominate,
either.
but I thought he would do a good showing because his right is coming along so fast. His left got to be coming too. It has to be. And now he's starting to pull. He must feel comfortable since he's starting to pull left-handed. And now tonight, I think you'll see him start to pull more often.
Yeah,
Well,
exactly.
he did say after the matchup too, though, that he wants to pull more left-handed. He's starting to become more comfortable with his left hand. So if it improves near as much as his right hand did, then some boys better start to watch out.
Yeah.
And he did say he wants to be able to give guys like Mark Crouse, Melvin Peach a run for their money, left-handed. So he's working
It
on it.
might not be that far off, really.
And you know what? Well, and Rick, yourself, you feel like you're really far off, but actually you're very close. So Then on to our second match. Matthew Purdy and Mark Rockwell.
That was the match of the night, I'd say.
It was.
That was a
This
great
one
match.
back and forth. Each match, you didn't know which way it was going. I mean, even when Mark was winning, it still seemed like Ron.
I think it was up 3-1 for Mark.
It was 3-1 for Mark, and then Matthew
back.
came back and won 3 in a row to make it 4-3.
4-3 in the overtime.
In the overtime.
It was the closest matchup.
Definitely.
And very good matches.
Yeah. I mean, even when they were slammed, they were close.
Yeah.
Even though one guy would hit right off the bat and make the win fairly quickly, that was still very close to going the other way.
And like you're saying, they're pulling before they go.
Yeah.
They're up there
them guys
pulling
were
each
loading
other.
up hard.
Yeah.
Then on to the Mark Crouse and Eddie McClellan matchup. This really was
Mark dominated there.
Lopsided.
Eddie
match.
just couldn't seem to do anything with Mark's hand. Mark was driving in there and getting around on him, and Eddie's got a small hand. He just couldn't deal with Mark's big hand.
And the finger strength of Mark is very strong too. But
and Eddie was making some mental mistakes in there too by not driving in deeper in the hook when he had the chance, and then he sat there and waited. Mark took advantage of
the
it.
third match there really changed everything. Because the first one, Mark slammed him. The second one, JD won. And then Mark Crouse made a change, and Eddie couldn't deal with it.
Yeah.
And then on to our final match, final challenge match tonight, Will Sardi and Trevor Weatherby. I wouldn't have predicted it was going to be 5-1 for Will.
Wow, me
Total
either.
dominant on his hand control was just amazing.
Exactly.
Yes,
and that's where
absolutely.
practice, training pays off. You know what I mean? People, you just can't walk into these things anymore and underestimate somebody and seem to think that you're going to go through this. You better be training your butt off all the time, or you're just not going to work.
Exactly. And no one trains harder than Will, so it just shows. Really.
And you know what, though?
As the night goes on in arm wrestling, except for against Ryan, but the
not
first
even just
match,
as the night goes on, but the past year and a half, 2 years.
Oh, absolutely.
The improvement in Will Sardi at the table has just been unbelievable. Really.
He's just pulling so
you know
much
what?
smarter.
He's improving, and now he's setting his sights on bigger guys.
Yeah.
Because Will is a smaller guy, but that's what he has to do. He has to set a sight on bigger guys because
if
there's
he wants to compete internationally, he's going to
Yes.
pull the bigger guys around
And
here.
I'd like to
Which is
see.
pretty well everybody.
I'd like to see.
Yeah.
Yes, I'd like to see Tim Wrigley and him pull because Will's been after him for a while.
I think something that's shaping up to be.
It's not going to happen.
It's not going to happen.
It's not going to happen.
Okay.
Okay. Well, no, I don't have any inside information.
Aren't they? But we'll get into that later.
Yeah, and as far as the challenge match goes, it's been turned down a couple of times.
Yes.
No matter how many times people ask for it,
Yeah.
when a guy turns it down, it's turned down.
Yeah.
It's done.
Okay.
Yeah, you're right. Yes.
Yeah, so that's the only reason I say it now. If they meet up in Battle of the Atlantic or something, that's totally beyond their control and back into our control.
Battle of
type
Atlantic.
of thing. And that's not a challenge match series per se. It's a little bit different. Just before we get to the Battle of the Atlantic, though, in our four-way left hand.
Wow.
I predicted to win that.
Christopher's practicing down here is really paying off. He's been coming down here with his father every week.
And you know what?
He was good in the straps. He was good out of the straps.
Just to say something, when he lost to Terrence, he was in the winning position before they slipped out.
Yeah.
Like you said, Rick, his practicing is really starting to show off because it's been Terrence has owned him.
Yeah.
Now it's changing and changing fast.
And
So-
Terrence was getting hits in,
Yes.
Yeah.
which made a big difference. Christopher was catching him and bringing him back. It wasn't
And
like
it's
he was
good to
taking him
see.
right off the
It's
top.
good to see a young guy
Putting
stay,
the
keep
time in.
coming out,
Yeah.
and you know, like I say,
They got a
He can
gym
just
down the
keep
basement.
going,
How often
right?
he gets in there, but they do have a gym in the basement. I
Yeah.
know that, but I know he's down to practice here every week.
and he can just keep going, right?
Yeah.
Keep growing and keep going.
Well, you know, yeah, because he's still a young kid. He's
Yeah.
what,
Yeah.
16 years
16.
of
Yeah,
age.
don't
Yeah.
let his height fool you.
He's only 16 years of age, and
He's still got 2 more years left in
in
juniors.
shooters, but you know what? He's got, for the most part, he's got a pretty good attitude.
Yeah.
About
Excellent.
learning and coming
Excellent
to the table
attitude.
and understanding that, you know what, everybody
I
loses.
mean, he's taken his lickings over the years.
Well, you
sure
know what?
has.
That's
know?
the best arm wrestlers. Matthew Purdy, Ryan Purdy, them guys. They kept coming out. They
Artie
kept coming
McMaster.
out. Artie McMaster. Yeah, the list goes on.
Myself.
guys, here. The list
Every one of
goes
us.
on.
And
We
what-
just keep coming.
We all,
and-
you know, if everybody in this room that was here tonight quit arm wrestling after they lost a few matches, we wouldn't we would have had an empty building.
Well, I would have never won any national titles because I lost over and over and over and over again because I wouldn't listen.
But I mean, that's where you learn.
You're right. You're right. I mean, and another guy, Mark Rockwell, keeps coming out. He's still here, and now he's seen improvements.
Yeah.
And that's what it's all about.
He is,
Yeah.
you know what? I mean, and I sat down and had a pretty good chat with Mark. He's pretty intense at the table, slamming the table. No, and that's fine and dandy.
That's great, yes.
But his attitude is right too. You know, I just want to keep getting better.
Yeah.
You know, whatever you want to put on, just count me in. I want to be there. I want
Yeah.
to get
The
better.
list goes
That's what
on,
we
though,
want.
right? Sean Ross
Well, it does. Everybody.
keeps coming out, right?
Yeah.
And now he's one of the best
Yeah.
in Canada. So,
Yeah, definitely.
And they're all
'Cause, I
from
mean,
Nova
I used
Scotia.
to beat Sean at one time.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
exactly.
So,
Yeah, that's not happening now anytime
No.
soon.
no,
No.
not in the
But
foreseeable
like I
future.
say, like you say, Christopher Scott and Terrence are the future. They're young guys, and they have a commodity already built, and it's good to see.
And it's good that they've got somebody to compare themselves against. You know, they've got that thing to shoot for. Okay, I want to be. And, I mean, Christopher can't underestimate Terrence because they're so close. And Terrence has got to shoot for it now because, I mean, Christopher's beat him the last few times.
That's right. That's
And,
right.
and not only
Terrence
that,
beat
but
him once here tonight.
within
but-
the next year or two, you're going to see Chris arm wrestling bigger and better guys. Like, he'll be arm wrestling.
Well, as he starts, I mean, he's about 6'4", so as he starts.
Well, not
with the
bigger,
beef on-
but you know what I mean. He's
Well,
going
that's
to be
the
arm
thing.
wrestling guys that's been arm
he's
wrestling
not going
and
to
traveling the circuit.
I mean, he's
Yeah.
I think 165 pounds now. So
Yeah.
every year he's going to start getting heavier and heavier.
Exactly.
Well,
He's got no choice.
he's not only pulling in the junior tournaments now.
No.
He's
No.
coming to the adult tournaments
Yeah.
now, pulling in those. That is going to make him better
Oh, yeah.
in the long run.
And 16,
And that's, you know,
16 years
that
old.
has made the biggest difference in Terrence. In the last year and a half, Terrence has improved so much by pulling in the adult tournament.
Only adults, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, he has to.
Yeah, he has to now. I mean, he's over 18, so I mean, but he's really come on into his own the last little while. And I mean, and he's training all the time. He's got his father down there to practice with. His father's, you know, pretty good arm wrestler in his own
Yes,
right.
absolutely.
So I mean, he
And
goes
both
down to
of
the
them.
States.
Both of them.
Plus, I mean, he's
Chris Scott and
they got the other guys
Wills.
down there like Sean and Darren Taylor, and, you know,
Yeah.
and Mark Krause and,
Oh, yeah.
and Gary and all these guys from the practice with. So, you know, you can only see major improvements coming with Terrence.
Yeah, definitely. So, I mean, the future is only can go up and get better for
for
these
sure.
guys. But that's it for tonight. So we do have something new coming up on October the 20th. It's called Battle of the Atlantic. We've got 3 right-hand classes, 3 left-hand classes, 6 championship belts. Hopefully they come in time. And we've got 6 4-way round robins. Right, so basically exactly what you saw here tonight. I already was asking about this earlier. Exactly what you saw here tonight in the round robin. So each guy pulls each guy. The 2 best records in this case will pull off best 3 out of 5
Yes.
for a championship belt. Okay, but the only difference going to be once we've established who the 2 best records are, then they're going to go get to sit down.
Yes.
Okay, they're not going to pull
We'll
pull
do
off
the
for
finals
championship.
all at the same time.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, and the only thing that's going to be different in the future is when we determine who our challenger for the championship is going to be. It's going to be the 6-match,
Yes.
6-match challenge. So I don't
And-
know what other questions you may have.
No, that's very straightforward.
And that everybody's gung ho for this.
Yes, I think
They're
it's gonna be
pumped
great.
for this one. Everybody is looking forward to this.
And you have to make your weight. Like
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah,
other thing.
you know what? There's no clothing allowance.
No.
You have to make weight.
Yeah.
If you
That's
don't
a
make
good
weight,
thing.
we've got alternates
Yep.
all ready
Step
to
into
go.
your place.
Yep.
Now, if in your weight class everybody makes weight, then the 2 alternates are going to pull off in a 6-match challenge. The winner of that is
into the-
guaranteed a spot in the next 4-way
Yes.
to challenge for the belt.
Yep. That's great. Yep.
So it could be an interesting
Oh,
atmosphere.
yeah.
It could be a thing that's really going to grow too.
And we're using the
hopefully.
new grip too. So
And I think that's
and how
great.
people
You know
adjust
what?
to that.
You have to use it for people to, because no one likes change.
Yeah.
No one likes change, but change is what it's going to happen, and they're going to have to get used to it.
Arm
And I
wrestlers
mean,
have to learn.
I haven't did it
we
yet.
may have to make adjustments as we're going too.
Yeah, I haven't did it yet, but like you say, our sport is changing. You have to change with it.
Yeah.
No, that's right.
Yeah.
So I don't know what we've got that coming up. I know.
We get the ranking tournament coming up at the end of the year in the end of
Yes.
November.
Yeah.
And
In 2 weeks, we're off to Bulgaria for
Off
the
to
Worlds.
Bulgaria, yeah.
You and I know Sean Ross
Sean
is going.
and Brad DeVoe, our junior.
Brad DeVoe from Yarmouth is
Yeah.
going. Already bailed out on us. He wouldn't go to Bulgaria.
No. Well,
And then after the ranking tournament, that will wind up the year
That'll
in
be
Nova
the end of
Scotia
the year.
wrestling.
We'll
and
start
then it's
January
the
back.
banquet with the
Yeah,
awards given out.
Yeah, exactly. All our year-end awards. November 24th up in Calico's in Truro.
In Truro.
Yep. There.
And that will wind up the year for Nova Scotia arm
Yeah.
wrestling.
Take December off.
Our Sport Video still has some stuff going on. I know I'm going to Jacksonville, Florida in December for a tournament, but I think that will be my last one of the year, I believe.
I think the wife's over there looking at you, making sure she's going with you.
No, she's not going to Jacksonville. But in order to go there, I had to promise to take her to Vegas. Thanks, Mark. I'm taking her to Vegas for Christmas.
Okay.
So,
There you go.
yeah.
Remember, we used to travel together. Not this time.
Not this time, yeah.
I don't think I want to go either.
Yeah. Anyway, guys, I think that's about it for here tonight. Monday Night Wars number 4. Was, like I said, it was a really good night of arm wrestling. And for Artie McMaster and Rick Mickney, Scott McGinnis for Iron Sport Videos. And we're out of here. Thanks now.
Thank you.
Thanks.